This lab we're going to use Copilot to help us determine the break-even level. Usually I'd like to start by clearing the registers and starting with a new chat, or you could just start a new chat here at the bottom, and then we're going to just go ahead and actually ask for its help. We're going to say, hey, I'd like to perform a break-even analysis analyzing changes in profit as sales, costs, and prices change. How do I do that? And I like to do that to get us kind of on the same page. It says, hey, identify the fixed and variable costs, determine the selling price, contribution margin, and then it's going to analyze the changes there. It tells us we can use spreadsheet software, and to do that, I'm going to see if we can get TalkChat Copilot into doing that. So our base case is sales volume of 3,000 units. And that's the number that's going to vary, okay? But that's where we're going to start. Unit sales price 25, unit variable cost 18, total fixed cost is 12,000, and I'm asking it to calculate the base scenario. And so we'll just wait a second and let it do that. And so there's the base scenario. It kind of tells us where it got this information, and it says the profit for the base scenario is $9,000. So it's suggesting that the units sold will be less than that at break-even level because we want the profit to be exactly zero. So I'm going to go ahead and just ask it directly how many units are needed to complete that base case. And so it's going to tell us the break-even level. It's going to tell us the formula, how it does it, which is helpful. It's going to tell us it's going to take 14 units to do that, and then asks us, do you want us to provide any different scenario? And so we're going to do that. We're going to ask for a sensitivity analysis and ask it to allow the sales price to vary. See, I'm kind of straddling between 20 and 30 and variable costs per unit. And notice I'm very particular about my wording. Instead of total, it's the unit. And that's going to vary between 6 and 12, which is quite a bit lower than this. So you can kind of see what that might look like. And it's going to tell us what it might look like at the various levels. Okay, so it provided an error. And so let's see if we can re-ask it to do that. Let's see, something associated with the code. This looks like something associated with pandas, so it's a Python issue. So let's just ask it again, maybe in smaller chunks, and we'll just go ahead and ask it to do that. Okay, so now it looks like it's working. It looks like it's at the various levels provided there. I often find if I simplify the instructions a little bit, it gets a little bit easier, but you can kind of see all of the possible scenarios that. And now I want to visualize that. I often call it a heat map. We could go its route and see what it wants to do from scratch. So let's see what it recommends doing. Maybe that makes it easier for it to produce that. But I like showing a heat map, and again it's showing an error. And so I'm going to go ahead and ask it to please show the sensitivity analysis as a heat map visualization and see if it can do that for us. Now it tells us kind of what it's referring to, so this is still in the registers for what it's trying to do, and might not be willing to do that for us. So this is often one of the challenges of using ChatGPT to see why or why not it's able to provide that. We can see these tables here, and now we're asking if it can provide a heat map or a visual on that. So I'm going to say yes, guide me on creating a heat map in Excel. And so I'm kind of making this up as I go, and this would be how I would do it in Excel. And this is how we'd create either a pivot table or a data table to do that. And so it would allow us to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and ask one more time. I'd like you to create a heat map of the table that had the sensitivity analysis. Okay, so it looks like it's still not going to work for us. That might be where we're at with Copilot. So let's go ahead and ask it just a couple more questions here as we continue. And so if the unit sales price changes back to 25, but now the fixed costs are $20,000, and let's make sure we have all this correctly. With the information from the base case, what is the break-even level? To see if it's willing to go back and do that for us. And so it's going to set that up again and say, oh, okay, this time it's 2857 units. So what I'd like to do as we finish up is please display the prompts I gave you in this chat. And so here are the prompts that I gave it. I could tell it to send it to a Word file. So that completes this lab.